Hello, Lauren here. Welcome to Finding Your Voice Writing Group. I'm excited to introduce this 5-day Spring Renewal writing series. So for the first 4 days of this series, you will receive a video like this in your inbox. I will share a poem and a writing prompt, and then you can do the writing on your own time as it fits into your schedule. On the final day of this series, which is the official first day of spring, we will gather on Zoom to write together, and there will be a chance for you to read something that you wrote over the course of the series if you would like to. So spring is the time of year where there's just this shift in energy. It's a time of renewal. The days are getting longer, the weather is getting warmer, maybe you're feeling more energetic. And in nature, we see new growth and new births following this winter time of hibernation and maybe stagnation. And so our writing prompts for this series are going to touch on a lot of those themes of spring. Themes like growth from our roots, resilience, rebirth, finding freedom in a fresh start, and just celebrating new blooms. So to get ready for our writing time today, you're going to want to make sure that you have a notebook, a pen, a timer, which your phone should work fine for that, and then just a quiet place where you can be undistracted for about 20 minutes. So the goal with Finding Your Voice Writing Group is to help us tap into our authentic voice on the page and just learn to trust our creative instincts. So whether you've done this type of writing with me in the past, or maybe this is your very first time trying this writing approach, I think that every time we sit down to write, there's something new that we can learn about ourselves. At its core, this writing practice is really about paying attention and telling the truth. So trying to pay more attention to what's going on within us and around us, and then just bring that honestly to the page and capture our experiences through our writing. It's simple but deep work, and I think the more you do it, the more you can get out of it. So we take writing prompts from poetry, and poetry really captures a lot of the things that we want to try to emulate in our own writing. So there's this compact use of language that gets right at the emotional core of the matter in few words. Also, poems tend to use a lot of descriptive details and imagery that help us to zoom in on those small moments that hold big meaning. And so those are the things you want to be aiming for as you're doing your own writing. So I will read a poem, and then I will suggest a couple of lines from that poem to use as the writing prompts. And as I'm reading the poem, you can just kind of sit back and relax and see what you naturally connect with. Maybe there's a line that jogs a certain memory for you. Maybe there's an image that's described in the poem that you really connect with. Wherever your mind naturally goes first, those connections that you start to make, pay attention to those and then try to bring us into those moments through your writing. What did it look like, feel like, smell like to be in that moment, and start to explore, why does that moment stick with you? What's the significance? What's the larger meaning that it might symbolize for you? And that's really going to unlock new creativity, new insights through your writing. So after I read the poem and suggest a couple of lines from the poem to use as writing prompts, then you'll go into your writing time. So you can set your timer for about 10 minutes or so. And when you're writing, you want to try to write quickly, pen never leaving the page. So not leaving that space to pause and start to second guess yourself, search for a better word, wonder how what you're writing might come across for somebody else. We don't want to leave space for any of that right now. We're just trying to get a lot of words down on the page and say yes to wherever your mind goes first. That's your authentic voice, so lean into it and just trust where your creative instincts are going to take you without trying to do a lot of editing and controlling of that process along the way. So I encourage you to try to write all the way to the end of the writing time. Even if you're getting stuck, not sure where to go next, just go back to the original writing prompt, start a new train of thought, and see where it goes. Having the timer helps to kind of create a sense of urgency for the writing and also make it a little bit more manageable. You can get through 10 minutes of writing even if it's a bit of a struggle along the way. So without further ado, I'm going to share today's poem with you, which is I Am From by George Ella Lyon. Again, just intended to help us get back to our roots and explore those foundations that allow for our spring growth and spring renewal. So this is I Am From by George Ella Lyon. I am from clothespins, from Clorox, and carbon tetrachloride. I am from the dirt under the back porch, black, glistening, and it tasted like beets. I am from the forsythia bush, the Dutch elm, whose long-gone limbs I remember as if they were my own. I am from fudge and eyeglasses, from Imogene and Alifair. I'm from the know-it-alls and the pass-it-ons, from perk up and pipe down. I'm from he restoreth my soul with cotton ball lamb and 10 verses I can say myself. I'm from Artemis and Billy's branch, fried corn and strong coffee, from the finger my grandfather lost to the auger, the eye my father shut to keep his sight. Under my bed was a dress box, spilling old pictures, a sift of lost faces to drift beneath my dreams. I am from those moments, snapped before I budded, leaf fall from the family tree. So the writing prompt is simply, I'm from. I'm from this, I'm from that, I'm from people, from foods, from sayings, from places, any kind of childhood memory. Just start to capture that, write it all down. And remember to write as quickly as possible. Say yes to wherever your mind goes first. I hope you enjoy your writing time, and I'll see you again tomorrow.